Welcome to Talk Newmarket VA podcast hosted by the staff of the town of Newmarket, Virginia. I'm Chris Rinker, the Chief of Police. With me is my co-host Amber Smoot, the Events and Marketing Director.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi.
And also joining us today is Dr. Spenser Briggs with Briggs Family Dental in Newmarket. Dr. Briggs, thanks for having us. I know that you and I have talked about this, trying to make it happen, and we made it happen today. But I appreciate you coming.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to be here, Chris. Thanks.
And welcome to Newmarket. I know, how long have you been in Newmarket?
So, I purchased the dental practice 10/22 of 2018. So 3 years ago. Yeah. What's the date today?
The 22nd.
Okay. So yeah, 3 years ago. Today's the anniversary. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Oh, lucky
Awesome.
there.
I didn't even realize that. Yeah, that's sweet.
Yay, well, happy anniversary. That's
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank you. Yeah, so 3 years we've been around town here.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what kind of, I mean, obviously you do dental work, but what all does your practice do?
So we do general dentistry for families, children. Really, we see anybody, and do all aspects of dentistry. So, fillings, root canals, crowns, implants, extractions, just anything that a dentist can do, we do it there. Yeah, and yeah, just love seeing patients.
So, out of curiosity, does dentistry run in your family, or was that just something that you happened to get into? Because I know some people in these type of fields, it's like okay, somebody in their family did it, or this was just out. You're just like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, no, nobody in my family was a dentist, or, I had like aunts and stuff that were nurses, but other than that, nobody in the medical field, like no doctors or anything. So I came into this alone, but I had, a really good dentist growing up that I liked, and he kind of rubbed off on me, so that kind of got me thinking about dentistry. I always knew I wanted to do something in the medical field, and dentistry, ended up being what I chose. But no family, in dentistry at all.
That's awesome.
Unfortunately, it would have been nice to have somebody to show you the ropes and all that.
Kind of paved the way
Exactly,
already.
Yeah, but no, I didn't have that.
On those lines, tell us a little bit about yourself, kind of where you grew up and how you got to Newmarket.
Yeah, so I grew up in the eastern part of North Carolina, so Goldsboro, North Carolina. It's about 45 minutes to an hour east of Raleigh. So most people know where Raleigh is. And lived there pretty much my whole life growing up. And I went to college around eastern North Carolina. I actually played basketball at Barton College, which is a small NCAA Division II school around there. And then after being there for a couple years, I actually went and lived and served a mission for my church in the Czech Republic, so in Europe, for 2 years, and that was a lot of fun. So learn, new language and new culture and all that, and then came back and I went to the last 2 years of my undergrad at Southern Virginia University, which is in Buena Vista, or people around here say Buena Vista, I guess, but and that's where I met my wife, and she's actually from Lexington, Virginia. So she has family around there, and so when I got done with dental school, I went to dental school at East Carolina University. We decided to come back here to be closer to her family, and it just so happened that Newmarket fit, all the boxes that we wanted checked, and just been the perfect place for us. We love the small town. The practice was the kind of practice I wanted, and it was smaller when I got it. Now we've been able to grow it and see more patients and stuff. But yeah, so it's been awesome in this area, to be honest. Yeah, it's just a beautiful place, great people, and we didn't know that coming into it. We knew we would be closer to her family, but yeah. So that kind of gives you a little background on me, I guess.
Yeah. Wow. That That's neat. What an experience.
Yeah.
And shout out to Dr. Basie. Dr. Basie was here for a long time.
Yeah, she was.
She was.
Yeah.
Served a lot of local people in her practice. Um, we talked about this before the podcast, but a shout out to Dr. Burns too. Dr. Burns has been in Newmarket longer than I have because
Yeah.
I've been here 22 years. I remember his small little building before he built his new office, but Dr. Burns is here also, and I know that you said that you all uh, talk and you know it's Newmarket's small enough and big enough for two dental offices.
Absolutely.
Um,
Yeah, and he's been. I mean, ever since I moved in, we've spoken. He's been almost like a mentor to me. Like it's anytime I've needed anything, I can call his office, and like sometimes we'll actually need some supplies or something like that. We've got somebody in the chair, and it's like, oh, wow, we don't have that. We call him, we run down and pick it up. I mean, it's that type of relationship. He's just a great guy, great person to have around, great dentist. So that has been a bonus as well. So I can't imagine, having a different relationship than that. So.
I think for me, I love to hear that because I know coming from, events and marketing, and then I work with a lot of the downtown businesses, the little shops, here, they all work together as well.
Yeah.
And I love to see that, the camaraderie and other businesses working together and not against each other and just being like, hey, we're all here for the good of the people and helping each other out. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
So being from Eastern North Carolina, are you a vinegar-based barbecue guy
Oh,
or
gosh.
a
Vinegar based? Yeah, nothing else is real barbecue. If you feel differently, I'm sorry, but yeah, we actually went back the other day and visited and came back with tons of barbecue from my favorite place, Wilbur's Barbecue in Goldsboro. So if you're ever down that way, amazing barbecue there. So
I'll have to try it sometime.
yeah.
That's
I check the box for vinegar based.
Yes,
That's
there you go. That's where it's at.
my fave.
honestly I can go either way. It's
I can do both, but preference.
it's
Yeah.
neat that I mean in North Carolina that's a big thing. You're either on the west side or the east side of how you feel about barbecue, and I'm not really sure where the line is drawn there in the middle, but it is a big deal. Dr. Briggs, are you open to new patients now? If someone has a toothache, is that an option?
Yeah, absolutely. We accept new patients all the time, and I kind of pride myself in getting people in quickly, especially people that are in pain. That's one of the things I love about dentistry is you can help somebody immediately with an issue get out of pain. If anybody needs a dentist and is looking to come in, just call the office. You can find us online at BriggsFamilyDental.com or on Facebook, on Google. Just search the number and call in. Yeah, for sure.
So we were talking before, a little bit beforehand. We know that there's lots of people out there that have a fear of or of going to the dentist and stuff. And Chris, you go to Dr. Briggs,
I do.
and you and I share the same about going to the dentist. So
I like to call it high levels of anxiety.
there you go, high levels of anxiety. I'm just saying, I'm scared. I'm scaredy of the dentist. So,
Come on, guys.
but you've had wonderful experiences.
I have, and
And I know other people that go to you, Dr. Briggs, and they're comfortable and they're put at ease.
and we're giving shout outs to Dr. Briggs, but his staff there also are super awesome. Great people. Barbara, Janie, those are the two people that I know their names, and just because they've been around Newmarket, working here for a while. But I know your staff is awesome, and you appreciate that. I was checking out your Facebook page, and they made you a cake or something, or
Yeah.
for Boss's Day. That's
Yeah.
super nice.
Yeah, my staff is just amazing. Yeah, and I feel like we were all kind of put together, for a purpose and to serve the people around here. And we take pride in that as well, just helping people feel comfortable, because going to the dentist is not a fun thing. I mean, obviously, not everybody has that type of anxiety that you're talking about, but nobody enjoys really going in and having to get
Right.
work done. But so we try to make people comfortable and just treat people how we would want to be treated, how our family would want to be treated, and understand that when people come in, they're going to have that anxiety and be hesitant and not be happy about it, and so just taking the extra step to make them feel comfortable.
And you do that, and your staff does that for sure. For me,
Yeah.
and that's kind of how I fell into going to Dr. Briggs, was having a issue one morning and called, and were super helpful and got me in and was flexible. And if you are having anxiety or such, but Miss Barbara has some tricks up her sleeve that'll help you get past that, and they work. I hope she listens to this, but
Yeah.
they just super good people. If a question I just thought about, if someone was interested in switching dentist, or kind of like me, scared to death of them, is there an opportunity they could call and possibly just take 5 minutes and talk to you?
Yeah,
Would that be an option?
absolutely. Yeah, if anybody wants to talk to me, yeah, just call into the office. And honestly, most of the time, my staff can handle that just fine. But and help people feel at ease. But if they want to talk specifically to me, they can for sure. Yeah.
Nice. Well, we're gonna keep you here if that's okay with you, and
Absolutely.
chime in and talk about Newmarket. But before I forget, the few things that I have about, or to pass along, is the warmer weather is kind of hanging out, Amber. I've noticed over the last few weeks that the increase of foot traffic on the streets and sidewalks is pretty. There's a lot of people out walking, which
Yes.
it's beautiful. It hadn't been super hot. The humidity's down, but just remember to wear bright clothing. If you're walking on a road that doesn't have a sidewalk, you're required by law to walk on the opposite direction facing traffic, as oddly as that sounds, but it is for your safety. And if you're driving your car and you see folks walking, please slow down. Try to go around if you can, to give that person that's walking a little space too. And not wearing earphones, AirPods, whatever you have. It's difficult for me to walk without them because I need that music or something to occupy me. But keep them turned down. It's so dangerous to have them way up and not be able to hear traffic coming. It's something I read, Amber, a while ago. A little tidbit of information is, if you're out hiking or your car breaks down or you're in some situation that your phone is about to die. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
I'm
My phone's always dying, so.
And you don't have a way to charge your phone, is to change your voicemail message to give the last location of where you were or where you're at, so that if someone tries to call you, they're going to be able to start
Kinda
there to
know.
look for you.
Well, that's ingenious. I didn't think about that. Never heard that. That's very interesting tidbit.
That is exactly what I thought about it.
Where'd you get that from?
It's a great question. So shout out to my sister-in-law for sharing it on Facebook. And that's where I read it at. And it has intrigued me since about the last hour that I had seen that. it's a good tip. So if you're out, you're worried about your phone dying, you don't have a way to charge it, easily go into your voicemail greetings and change it, provide the last location or general area, and someone's going to, when they try to call you, I know in our world, that's one of the first things we do. We try, if we have a lost individual, that we call their cell phone and try to get a hold of them. That gives us a great starting place.
Never. I never would have thought of that, like ever. That is super ingenious.
I would like to say I would have thought of it, but obviously I didn't.
Well, that's okay. We give you props for giving other people credit for that.
And
But
I say
sharing that,
this,
that's really cool.
yeah. And I always say this: if you need the police, please don't hesitate to call us. We're here to help. We'll do whatever we can to help you. If you see someone around your business, someone around your house, not sure what's going on, don't hesitate to call us. Let us come, talk to them, make sure everything's okay, and don't wait a couple of days to call us. Amber, I know we're going to try to get this out. For sure, we're going to get it out this month, October. And we debated this before it started, but we are on episode 8.
Yes.
We're right about. You're right
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah,
I'm way
I'm pretty
more
sure.
confident in you saying 8
Pretty
than
sure
me.
it's 8. Yeah.
But we're gonna have another one in November, and then we're gonna
Yeah.
take December off.
Yeah. 'Cause 'tis a season for a break.
'Tis the season for a break.
Yes. It'll
That
be all right.
Takes us right into 'tis the season.
Yeah, but if we're going to get this out in October, I'm going to go ahead and just plug in Trick or Treat on Congress Street.
Let's talk
October.
about that.
Yeah, that's first. Everybody's like, everybody skips Halloween and Thanksgiving and goes straight to Christmas. We always forget about the other holidays, or at least the stores do. I don't know about you, but I don't shop for fall stuff in like June. But it's out
I don't know
there.
what you mean by shopping for fall stuff. Like
Well,
I'm
you
not
know,
much
like-
into getting pumpkins and
No.
decorating my house. My wife takes care of that and does a great job.
Well, so we won't skip past it. So Trick or Treat on Congress Street is October 30th. It is on a Saturday this year, and I know that might throw some people off, but we chose to do it on Saturday because Halloween this year is on the 31st, which is a Sunday, and a lot of our businesses are closed. So Trick or Treat on Congress Street is with the participating businesses on Congress Street, and therefore we need them to be open and out there and ready to hand out some candy. So from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., you dress up in your awesome costumes and come downtown, and I will have these really cool big Mylar balloons at the different places that are participating. I will not be creating a map this year. We're going to save paper and all that jazz. So I'm going to do some balloons at places that are participating. Don't forget to come down Lee Street as well, coming towards the library beside the town office. We're going to have a trunk or treat area for those wonderful organizations that may not have a brick and mortar right there on Congress Street. So that's a great way for them to be involved, like the Rotary and such. And then the library will be handing out.
So Dr. Briggs probably wouldn't want to pass out candy, maybe some floss, but
Yeah.
if he wanted to, or sugar-free candy, maybe, I don't know what the dentist passes out for Halloween, but
We do toothbrushes and floss.
there you go.
There you go.
So someone like him that's located on the southern end of the town, maybe not in the downtown, could just
Yeah.
call you, sign up to park his vehicle over at the public parking lot between the town office and the post office.
Yep, absolutely.
Cool.
Yep, and I think it's just a great way, trick or treat on Congress Street as far as the businesses are concerned. It doesn't necessarily bring business in, right? We're not shopping. We are going around and getting candy, but I do think that it's a great way to be involved in the community, or even advertise if you wanted. I've seen people put like cards on lollipops and things like that. So it is a way to connect with the community and potentially advertise as well. But it's a really good time. We always have
A lot of people.
a lot of people downtown. We have Sound Solutions coming out, and Tommy does a great job of playing music that's Halloween themed. And I think anytime you have music on Congress Street, it just makes that environment even more fun. So come on out for that 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. With that being said, this is a downtown event only. This is not including residential areas. The town, nor does the Newmarket Chamber of Commerce, who we work with for this event, we do not dictate Halloween activities, like those holiday activities. So this event is downtown only, not residential areas.
And the downtown trick or treat on Congress Street is the Chamber of Commerce event with your help and
Yeah, this is a dual effort.
a joint.
Yes.
But they kind of organize and pick the date and such. But then on Sunday let's stay on that because I just thought about something. Also at Reformation Lutheran Church, there's going to be a
Yes.
trunk or treat.
Yes.
Located kind of on North Congress Street. In the past, I think the Methodist Church may have done something. I'm not sure if they're planning anything this year or not, but so you could start at park your car in the public parking lots. You can park on Congress Street. You could park at the public parking lot beside Jalisco's. But you literally could get out with your family, walk south, and then walk down to Reformation Lutheran Church. Looking in window shopping, you never know what you're going to see. You may see a nice recliner you need at the home store, or you may see something at John Henry's. You may need that pumpkin that you haven't carved yet. You can find that at John Henry's.
I need to do that still. Yeah, thank you for reminding me.
You could find a nice scarf. You're probably in scarf season right now, aren't you? At the Buttercup, you could.
Yeah. Lots of
It's
nice
something,
stuff
or you may
there.
see something at Simple Times. And then once you're done trick or treating, you easily could have dinner in Newmarket on a Saturday evening.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. And Southern Kitchen is also participating.
Oh wow! So you
Yeah.
could finish out the evening at 7
Yeah.
at Southern Kitchen and
Yeah.
have fried chicken and such.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good night.
It sounds like a really good evening in Newmarket. But then traditional trick or treating is on Sunday.
That's what I was
Yes.
going to ask. Is it on Sunday then? I know some
Yeah.
towns
Yep.
do it on different nights or whatever.
Yeah. So we don't make it a habit of dictating like that traditional, the traditional stuff. So trick or treat on Congress Street is just a separate event.
Okay.
That doesn't normally, like not on where it falls on a Sunday. Normally we do it on the 31st. That's why
Yeah.
it's so different this year, and I'm really harping on the fact that it's downtown only. Because like I said, we don't dictate those
Yeah.
holiday activities.
Mhm.
So the traditional, like Chris said, will be on the 31st. So if that's your thing and you're going to go door to door to where people have their lights on, then that would be on Sunday.
Mhm.
And just remember, try not to park in the road. Watch your kids. Watch the little trick or treaters slow through the neighborhoods. Our neighborhoods get pretty busy with car traffic and foot traffic. Just try to keep your car out of the road and let the zombies and Spider-Man and
Princesses,
Yep.
unicorns.
at my house, it's a unicorn fairy.
A unicorn fairy.
Yeah, and
All
you
right.
probably will recognize this other one, Uma, from maybe I'm not saying it right. Uma, I don't know. That's who Kate's gonna be from Disciples, or is that? Am I saying that right? I'm not sure. It's
Like I'm literally just giving him my blank. Like I'm like, what? The name.
I
I
don't
should
know.
know this. I feel like I should know this.
It does matter.
Yeah,
I'm probably
yeah.
completely off, and it's not what she's gonna be. But I definitely know about the unicorn fairy. So
Like,
Lot-
you guys dress up for Halloween?
I'll be the
Leave it to
police
the
chief.
kids. Okay.
Yeah. I'll be the police chief on Saturday night. I look forward to the downtown. It's always a lot of people and a lot of good interaction.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah, I don't typically because I'm usually running around doing stuff, so
Yeah.
I feel like I can't focus on whatever like I'm wearing and like really like enjoy it. However, I am making a costume for somebody else because it was what I would wear. So a friend of mine is actually like, "Oh, well, I'll do it for you." I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna make this so you can wear it, so I can just be happy about it." That's what I'm doing.
You gotta stay business on Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to. it's a tulle rainbow skirt, and it's gonna be long, and
Oh,
yeah, yeah. So I will make it and let somebody else walk around like
And enjoy
rainbow,
it.
and I will still enjoy it. I'm good with that.
Nice.
But so going on with other events and such, just backtracking with Fairway. Thanks for everybody who came out to Fairway 5K, the walk run. We had 46 registered. We had 42 actually participate, which is great. That's one of the bigger numbers that we've had. So I really like the increase in participation for that. Any proceeds from that go back into our Newmarket Community Park for fitness equipment for our fitness trail. So that worked out really well. Commonwealth timing is great to work with for the chip timing. So we appreciate them and our sponsors, which were Pax Ice Cream, Frozen Custard here in town, and then also Farmers and Merchants Bank and Valley Sports Connections were all sponsors for this event.
And few shout outs to you for organizing that. The shirts were awesome. I really like them. I was
Valley Sports
able,
Connections.
yeah, Kathy did a really good job. The shirt is nice. The colors are kind of flow. It's a little different,
It is.
a little different,
Change it up.
but it looks really good and flows good. I was able to walk it because of my staff stepped up and was like, "Don't worry about coming in. We got this under control." Sergeant Smoot always does me a solid job, or does a solid job all the time, but he's like, "Don't worry about it." So I decided to walk. My thighs still hurt.
You did some work, yeah.
That hill, I don't want to, if someone's listening, think about doing it next year. It's an awesome walk. And the morning was awesome, Amber. Like,
Oh,
you
the
could
weather
wear
was
shorts and a t-shirt. It was like right at 70 degrees. And the sun was coming up over the mountain.
perfect.
It had already started, but I don't know the number of the holes on the golf course, but it's a pretty tough hill, and when you get to the top, you make a really hard sharp right turn. But it's just awesome view of seeing the gap of Newmarket. It's one of the best views in Newmarket, I think. But it was neat. We had a younger group of folks show
Yes,
up
we
this
did.
year.
Yep, out of Front Royal.
Yeah, and I was telling Dr. Briggs this week, like it was under 20 minutes. The winner or something like that, or around 21 or something.
Yeah, it was. He came in at, I'm going to say 17 minutes and 49 seconds or something, and then his pal was right on his heels at like 17:50.
Yeah, it was pretty close there, but that's amazing for those folks. But even we had older people that completed it. The Fairway 5K is for everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
Young, medium age, middle age, old, whatever. And I think the gentleman that you talked about last month when we were talking about it, he came back again this year.
Oh, yes. Yeah, he came back and he did it. 91 years old,
Yeah.
something like that. He's amazing. He's such an inspiration to everybody. So we look forward to seeing him. They
Yeah.
actually asked me, "Do you do a turkey trot run?" And I was like, "No, I do not." We do this one, but they were looking for other 5Ks and stuff to do. So
Nice. So then we're going. You're flipping through your calendar now. November special event wise kind of slows down for you.
yeah, November starts into a kind of a planning month. I really plan more for 'Tis the Season, which is the first Saturday of the month in December, and that's kind of where that is. My November is almost kind of like a break time for me. I am go from May through October, and the past 2 months have been insane busy with events, which is great. But looking forward to November, a little downtime. But don't forget, Shop Local Small Business Saturday is always the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So think about our local shops. We have a lot of amazing shops here with gifts, and think of Christmas gifts for your folks. gift cards and such. So shop local first before going to those big box places, because I bet you will find something here that is super amazing and unique for those loved ones.
So challenge is to buy local to give to your family. Like we kind of do something similar to that in my house. We challenge you to go into these local shops. You're gonna find something that just literally, no pun intended, but blows your socks off.
Yeah.
Because you could get new socks at John Henry's.
Yes, you can.
But all the other shops, you just don't know what you're gonna find there. And give those folks a chance. Christy at the Buttercup, Mark and Carla at the home store, John Henry's, and just
even Valley Sports Connections.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got, I guess I am not a college sports fan, so bear with me here. But like
shame
I can't keep up. I can't keep up with it all. But like she has amazing for those JMU fans, West Virginia fans. She has all sorts of stuff in there. Things for like cornhole.
I mean, if you're
Lovers
dropping college teams, we can't forget the Virginia Tech stuff that she has.
She does have Virginia Tech stuff.
I'm just saying.
Yes, I'm just saying. But yeah, so you can find just about coffee lovers. Go to Jackson's Corner. So we've definitely got a lot of things going on.
Even if you're not seeing something that maybe you would get, but you can get a gift card and put it in a stocking or whatever. And the Buttercup, I know that is one of your favorite places.
It's one of mine. I love all of them.
So I have a new wallet.
What do they sell at the Buttercup? I have not been in there.
I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
I
know. Yeah.
I didn't bring it, and I'm ashamed.
I've heard.
You
So-
should listen
like
to our
amazing
podcast.
things about it.
You should listen to our podcast because we did have Christy on
Oh,
here.
you
She
did?
talks all about her shop. Yeah, it'll be a year old. She will have been here a year. Small Business Saturday. So, but yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've heard people mention it and like say how amazing it is, but I've never like narrowed down what exactly they sell and stuff.
So it's a lot of women's clothing,
Maybe I don't need to go.
but you do need to go.
Okay.
You have a wife.
I do have a wife and I have a daughter.
And a daughter. She sells stuff for younger
Really?
kids too.
Man.
Yes.
My daughter would be all over
Yep,
that.
we have some clothing from the Buttercup for my kids.
Oh, really?
Yep. But just last week, Dr. Briggs, Christy got in these handmade wallets. Have you seen them, Amber?
I have not seen them yet. No.
They're made locally by the Anderson brothers. Am I saying, is that right? Anderson
Yeah,
brothers?
I'm going to say yes.
I hope I'm right on that. But it's a handmade wallet that kind of holds your cards and you can put cash in there. I always had one of those rigid wallets. It's kind of a card holder thing with a clip on it. This has changed my life. It's
A
flat.
wallet.
Yeah. I love this thing. And it's handmade. The quality is unbelievable. But I don't know that Christy has them, but they also have belts and stuff like that. And she does have some men's things. But yeah, check it out. And maybe you won't find something in there in your size, Dr. Briggs, but you definitely can get a gift card to take home. And yeah, it's a good place.
Sounds like a place my wife would really enjoy.
Yeah.
So to come on down.
You just and we keep saying this, but you until you get out and go into these shops, like you really don't know what they have.
You don't.
And
Yeah. Be
please
surprised.
give them a chance.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Next up is 'tis the season, so you guys be looking out for all the fun stuff. The first weekend of December, we will have the Shop Local Passport that you can participate in, which is a really fun game where you get to go to travel. It's called a passport because you take your little game board and travel around to the different businesses and collect stamps. Get X amount of stamps and you get a free ornament. We always do something different every year. And so a lot of people look forward to that. I don't know who my maker is going to be this year, but they usually are a locally made ornament. Like I said, it changes every year. And we also will have our parade this year, but it is going to continue being our reverse parade. So everybody out there, it will continue to be the reverse parade like we did last year. It was actually a huge hit. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. Kind of went well with our new lighting in the park. So look forward to that. Plus more lighting is
Plus
coming.
more. It's here.
Coming. So excited.
The lighting is here. It's just not up.
It's not up yet, but we can all look forward to that. So a lot of good things coming. Start looking for registration for the Flashlight Candy Cane Hunt. Planning on doing that again. That'll be December the 11th. Registration is required. There is an attendance cap because I have to be able to plan. This is a huge event, and I want to make sure that it's fair for everybody. Registration is required, and registration will be open to the public on November the 8th. So we'll open up anybody that's currently on my waiting list from the year before. From 2019, didn't have it last year, but anybody from my waiting list, they get first dibs. They're going to have a 24-hour window to register, and then it gets opened up to the public. So look forward to those things. But yeah,
And
that's
check
what I got
that out
already.
on Facebook. And
Oh yeah, all of our events, Facebook, on our website, it'll all be on there.
And the reverse parade, if you, local business, organization, put a float in.
Yes.
And get with Amber about the registration with that. You know, you can kind of go really elaborate because you don't have to drive it through town. So you could decorate it kind of on scene at the park that afternoon if you need it. But get with Amber or check Facebook, the town's website on that.
Yeah, because there will be a registration for that, for parade entries, and one of the requirements for that is you have to have some lights for your display because, let's face it, it's stationary, it's in the park, and people need to be able to see your wonderful display. So think about that kind of now, how you would be able to pull that off. But we had some amazing entries last year and hoping to have more to grow this. So,
Nice.
did you come down last year?
I didn't. No.
You did not? You're going to have to come check it out.
So many exciting events going on.
It's always
Yeah.
something going on usually. So yeah, reverse parade, really pretty, wonderful lights in the park.
We
The lights in the park were amazing last year. Though.
Because you can see them.
You can see them, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, right from your.
All the time.
back window.
That's right. Yeah, we got great view.
Speaking of that, Dr. Briggs is located at 9743 South Congress Street, kind of on the south end of town beside Ashley's Car Wash. What are your hours, Dr. Briggs?
We go from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock Monday through Thursday. And then just by appointment only on Friday. Sometimes we'll see patients. So,
I know you told me that's where you were this morning.
yeah, I
and
was seeing a patient this morning right before I came over here.
We appreciate you. Dr. Briggs, is there anything, it's hard to believe we're already about 40 minutes into this. It goes so fast, but is there anything you want to say? We appreciate, Amber and I appreciate you coming in. We appreciate your business here. Glad that Newmarket is small enough and big enough for two dental offices, Dr. Briggs and Dr. Burns' office. But is there anything you want to say in closing?
No, yeah. I feel the same way about you guys. It's just amazing, all these events and stuff. There's so many things. I know my kids love coming to like the movie nights and things that you have, and so I just feel really blessed to have people in the community like you all who make this a great place and a place where businesses can thrive, and yeah, it's just a great environment. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
We appreciate you saying that. Amber, in closing?
I think I said all I needed to say.
I know you're really
You're
looking
like-
forward to like November 4th or 5th,
Yeah.
around that time frame. Maybe you can take a couple days off and take a break and get some fresh air.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
I do. I love my job. I love what I do for the community. It really is an honor to be able to do events. And I think it's great that we're such a small town and we're able to keep it going and all the, with all the events and stuff. But yeah, come November, I'm like, just
And some of it, Amber works so hard in the winter months planning out the year and locking these dates in and crossroads events and movie nights. But this summer Mother Nature was pretty tough on you.
yeah, she was.
And she catfished you a couple times, and then
She did.
but that and then you have to kind of try to eat. I think Amber has so much pride in her events and puts so much effort and wants them for the community that she feels obligated that she wants to keep them happening, and then
Yeah.
works hard to get them, and then she has crossroads on one night, movie night the next, and then movie night
Yeah.
the following week or something like that. But
I
yeah,
think
it's
there's been
tough.
something going on almost every weekend since September, beginning of September,
Yeah,
because of reschedules and stuff like that. But that's all right.
Yep.
That's all right. We're gonna get her done.
yep, and ideas maybe for next year's something. I know your wheels are turning on that. Bring it on, she said. One thing we did forget is the survey for the comp plan with
Oh,
Shenandoah County.
Super important.
We talked about that a few episodes back with Josh Stevens, the supervisor. Check that out. Find that for Shenandoah County residents. Get that survey done. It takes about 10-15 minutes. It's really not that bad. I did it, and it's important. It's important for not just Newmarket, but it's important for Shenandoah County and talking about the growth down the road, or what that would look like and our needs right now. So check it out.
Yeah, it's important to give the people that are on these committees some guidance. So it's not just them. Like, they don't want it to be just their ideas and what they think. They want your opinion. It is valid, so it is very important that you participate in these surveys. So
Nice. Well, with that, we're gonna close shop here. Thanks for
Yes.
listening to Talk Newmarket VA, the podcast hosted by the Town Newmarket staff. Dr. Briggs, thank you so much for coming. Join us. Enjoy your afternoon off. Give us a like on YouTube, please. We need that thumbs up. Amber, we need thumbs up on YouTube. And
Add
Facebook,
more.
Instagram, Twitter. Amber's got social media covered, but we need those likes.
Yep,
Have a
and
great day.
share.
And what?
And share.
Oh yeah, share.
This, please.
I think it's
share.
give us a heart, a thumbs up, and share,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Sharing is caring.
Yep. All right. Thanks again for listening. Stay safe.